What's up, everybody? Welcome again to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. For some reason, I was having a whole lot of technical issues, so it just kept trying to get the live, and it just wasn't going right, so I had to keep canceling it out. But now here we are. So hopefully, you guys can catch up and jump in now that I'm on actually live. Give me a second. I'll give everybody a chance to get back in. Sorry about that. Just hang in there with me. How's everybody doing? Hoping everybody having a blessed day. Hey, what's up, Chris, for real? How's it going? Give me a second. I'm still working on some issues myself. Oh, man. Yeah, just trying to, having some issues with it and just wasn't going so well. So just hanging there with me for a minute. Hopefully people realize it and they get back in or whatever, but it's a lot going on right now. We got Kamala Harris, who is now running for president because we got, the other one out the way. Crazy thing is, I can't imagine anybody voting for this woman. And that's the truth of the matter. I can't imagine. Well, today's video is going to probably be all over the place because, as people get in and if they bring up a subject different than what I'm talking about, we're going to try to retouch that if I can. But here we go anyway, back to Kamala Harris. First of all, this woman has been in office with Joe Biden for whatever the 4 years that they've been in there, and you heard nothing from her. And now the Democrats are trying to spin it as if, she wasn't in charge of the border. But she was in charge of the border. There's a whole lot of proof that she was in charge of the border. How are you in charge of a job and you never show up on the job? Like, she never actually went down to the border to see exactly what was going on. Because she doesn't care. She doesn't even care. She don't care about this country. She don't care about... Yeah, there's a good possibility that black women probably will. But I don't think a lot of them will, but some of them will because they're not going to vote on policy. They're not going to vote on the things that really matter that affect your life. They're going to vote for her because they think she's black, because we know she's not. She's not even, of the black persuasion at all, but she's going to try to spin it as if she's black. But my thing is this: if we want to talk about the black subject, why not find a black woman that actually has a brain, that has some intellect? There's nothing about this woman that is even worth wasting your vote for. Not at all. Like I said, she's been in office for 4 years. You heard nothing from her. For the first 2 years, they kept her quiet. Why? They didn't want her to speak. I can tell you right now, they didn't want her to talk because they knew she was special. And I'm going to say it like this. They knew she was special. They knew that she was empty upstairs and she had nothing to offer intellectually in that head of hers. Nothing. They knew it. And then and people get mad because the Republican Party saying she was a DEI hire. She was. You know how you know she was? Because Joe Biden said it out of his mouth when he hired her. He said, I want a woman and she got to be black. Those were his standards. Nobody else's. Those were Joe Biden's standards. He didn't say he wanted a smart, intelligent, knew about politics, understood policy, black woman or a woman in general. He didn't even care about none of that. Why? Because they didn't care about who it was. They just wanted to pander to a group of people at all. But I don't understand why anybody will vote for her. First of all, here's the thing. She doesn't care 2 cents about family. She doesn't. She don't care about family. She doesn't care about trying to make it. She was the border czar. Yeah, if you want to call it that. She wasn't. First of all, if you in charge of the border, you should have been doing your job, and you wasn't. You wasn't. And then the Democrat Party keep trying to spin it as if she wasn't in charge of the border, but we all know she was. Kamala Harris is not worth wasting any vote for. She's special. She doesn't have brain cells there at all. And I don't care what color skin she is. I know I'm not voting for her, but I got my reasons for not voting. Number one, what has she done in the 4 years for any community? I'm not even going to point out the black community. Any. What has she done in 4 years for America? You can't give me none. Just look at America in itself. What's up, Warrior? Glad to see you in the building, bro. And you're absolutely right. Nothing. She has done nothing for this country. Not one. I mean, they can try to say, well, most of these Hollywood people, y'all don't understand something. I don't know if y'all realize this. And I know people will say, oh, it's a conspiracy. How big business, Hollywood, and the media works together. Because they want to spin it the way they want to spin it. They want you to be, they only want you to get the information that they want you to have so they can brainwash you into believing what they actually want you to believe so you can vote that way. But in reality of it is, they are not concerned about your livelihood. What they want is to continue the power structure that they have, and they don't want it to break it. They don't want to break that up. That's why when you look at the Democratic Party as a whole, it's never about United States. It's never about the people. Their loyalty is to their party. That's it. They never concerned about the people. Their whole loyalty is not about United States. Their whole loyalty is about their party. And they will lie, cheat, steal, use corruption, and use force, try to do everything they can do to keep their power. Because listen, I grew up and I was born, raised, and spent most of my years in the city of Philadelphia. And majority of the time, it's been ran by nothing but Democratic politicians, and Philadelphia is a mess. It's a mess. When I say the crime is off the roof, and listen, I know Chicago, Maryland, all of these other cities like that, if you look at them, they all have Democrats running them. So why in the world will we keep voting this way? Why? Why do we keep voting or we want to vote for black skin? Okay, we tried that with Obama. What happened? The whole Obama administration, the whole Democratic Party is evil now. Everything about them is clear-cut evil. That's what's up, Mike. You're right, Trump 2024. The whole Democratic Party is evil. And it's sad to say they say it that way, but that's what it's become. Look at what they just did. Kamala Harris wants same-sex marriage. How is that going to produce children? How is that? How can you not see the evil in that? Joe Biden and all of them keep pushing this LGBT, whatever these letters are, agenda. Do they not understand that most Americans don't want no part in that? That is not what Americans want. Most Americans have a husband, wife, family structure. That's what we're about. They don't want that, and y'all keep pandering to acting like y'all trying to force this on people. Y'all understand, this is Sodom and Gomorrah right in our eyes. And that's why I say I would never vote for these people now. I see the evil in it. At this point, listen, I would never sit there and try to give people the impression that I am perfect or I got it all together and stuff like that. But one thing I am going to stand for is I'm about Jesus Christ. I don't care how people feel about it. I don't care what they got to say about it. But when I see that level of evil and you see all the stuff that they're doing, these people are working for Satan. I don't care how anybody, this video probably go nowhere. But I know they're working for Satan. Because there's no way in the world you could be okay with the evil that y'all doing. And the attack that they have been going after with Trump also lets me know that it's evil. Because here's the thing. Some people might, you're right, there are facts. Now, some people might say, oh, Trump is not, he's not a Christian, or he's not this, he's not that. Here's the thing. He says more about God than mostly any politician that I've seen in a long time. In the 4 years that Joe Biden has been in office, in the 4 years that Kamala Harris has been in office, They will run into the church, but you never hear them mention anything about God. They'll sit up in the church, but you don't see them mentioning anything about God. But I heard Trump on many occasions mention about God, talk about family structure. And if you look at all the policies that Trump put in place when he was in office, it was to protect the country and to get back to religious freedom. But the Democratic Party, this is an attack on Christianity. This is an attack on God's natural order. And for you to sit there and say that you are a person of God or love God or any relationship with God and vote that way, you're voting against the God that you say you believe in. And that's the reality of it. They might not like it, whatever. Feel how you want to feel about it. But even if you set all that aside, you're right, Chris, for real. Trump does talk about Jesus Christ. And I got video to prove it. And even if you set all that aside, let's look at policies. What policies have they done in the 4 years that has benefited the country? And they sit there and they lie about it. I know exactly why gas went up. I know exactly why wars broke out. I know it all the way across the board how things happen. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you what they want. I remember Joe Biden sat there and said, the reason why gas prices went up because of Putin and the war in Ukraine. I know for a fact that that's not why it went. The reason why the gas prices went up because you decided to shut down the pipeline and you decided to give all that reserve oil and stuff that Trump had in office before you got there. Because when you got in the office, you got in the White House with a vengeance against anything that Trump had in place. You didn't care what the outcome of it would be. You didn't care how much it would be detrimental to American citizens, the cost or anything. You didn't care. You just went in there with a vengeance. That's what you did. And then now look at what 4 years later, y'all still blaming Trump. 4 years later, y'all still blaming Trump. It don't even make sense. What's up, Sean, bro? How you feeling, man? Welcome in. In 4 years, y'all still blaming Trump. If anybody in their right mind would consider voting for Kamala Harris, I'll be honest with you, something had to really be wrong with you. For real. Something really had to be wrong with you. Here's the thing. I'm a black man in this country, and I love the United States. I do. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I was younger and I grew up in North Philly and grew up around it in the schools and stuff, I didn't have this passion that I have right now. I didn't just wake up and say, I love the country. Because I know what we were told growing up. And I know what was fed to us. And as I got older and I started to realize and I started to think back, I'm like, wait a minute. It's nothing like they keep saying it is. You telling me because of my skin, I can't be this, I can't be that. You're not making sense. And then as I got old enough and I started to be in charge of my life because now I'm an adult, I have yet to run into that problem. My skin was not the issue. It never hindered me from doing anything I wanted to do. I wake up one day, decided I wanted to do something, and I was doing it. And my skin color never was a hindrance. So I never understand where they get that from. What's up, Uptown? What's going on? I never understand where they got that from. And so in this country, I grew to love this country. And my thing now is I see what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to save this country. So guess what? I'm 100% in with Trump. Now I'm not on the level that Trump is, but I'm gonna use what I have to try to save this country too on the level that I'm able to do it. That's why wherever I go and whatever I'm doing, I try to get people, and I go to my neighborhood and around people that I know that probably is not getting the information that I get to explain to them why he's the better choice than what we've been dealing with. Why he's the better choice than what we've been dealing with. And that's what I do. Don't let listen, politics is an animal in itself. You know what I'm saying? And it is. And there's not a whole lot the presidents and stuff like that do that has a real big effect on your life individually wise. But it does have some effect to some extent. But locally, it does have more effect. But at the end of the day, how you decide to live your life is the bigger effect. But if you got politicians making stupid decisions, it makes what you're trying to do harder to accomplish. If you open up a business right now and you're trying to, let's say a restaurant, and you're trying to get it off the ground, and you can't, and the expense of it is so high, you're out of business before you even start. That's what that affects. So I hope that most people have a sense to say, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, I can't imagine anyone voting for Kamala Harris, but I see she does have some support. So I can't argue the fact that some people are going to vote for it. But at the end of the day, believe me when I tell you, you will get nothing out of it. It's just like we got nothing out of Obama, we're not going to get nothing out of this one. And even they have said it out of their mouth, they're not going to do anything specifically for the black community, which, it is what it is. My thing is this, and this is just me personally. This is where Ron's opinion comes into play. I'm a type of person that I don't want a whole lot of government. I don't want the government helping me to do anything. I want y'all out of my way. Y'all be in the way with the stuff y'all doing. I want y'all out of the way. I want to shrink government as much as possible. That's my opinion. Why? Because I know that if you shrink government, you're right about that. You're absolutely right. You own nothing. If you shrink government, that's better for the people. It is 100% better for the people that want something out of life and want to build something. I had a conversation with somebody and a while back, and they was like, oh, why can't we have this and why can't we have that for free and this for free? I said, you do know that in order to give something to somebody for free, somebody has to do it for free. So who's going to be the slave to do it for free for you to get it for free? And that's the truth. Who's going to do it for free? Who's going to be the slave to do it for free for you to get it for free? Because at that point, we are back at slavery. And this is the direction that I see the Democrat Party keep trying to go. They want to hand out this and hand out that and hand out this and hand out that. And why that handouts that y'all doing is coming out of the taxpayer's pocket. So now we living like slaves because all we working for is going to other people that ain't doing nothing for it. Make that make sense. How many times you going to vote for this? How many times? We need to totally abandon all of that. All of it. We need to totally abandon it. And I'm telling y'all, for those that might be on this live that don't understand what I'm saying, go look up Kamala Harris' history. I mean, really look up her history. Now, here's the thing. She has no morals. None. She has no morals. I say what you said, Sean. She has no morals. Kamala Harris has no morals. She was what they would consider the prostitute of everybody. Because I heard a whole lot of sleeping around she was doing to get to where she was at. Because, listen, when you hear her talk, up there is empty. Like, to me, in my mind, there's a ball bouncing around, just bing, 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 bing. There's nothing up there. I don't see nothing up there. And so she is so empty upstairs that when she tries to talk, it just starts to turn out and then she starts laughing. First of all, nobody even know why you laughing, because what joke did you tell in your head that didn't come out your mouth that you're laughing at that we don't even know what you're laughing at? So it doesn't even make sense. That's what, it doesn't even make sense. And for those that are in here, do me a favor. Can y'all hit the like button? I appreciate it. Subscribe button if you haven't already. Help this channel. Whenever you guys get a chance, go back, review the videos. It helps the channel a lot. I have a lot, I really enjoy doing this, and I really want to grow this channel, and I really want to. Oh, really? Well, you need to tell your cousin to watch this video. Matter of fact, just go to my channel. Or Sean says she rolling short. She rolling short bus. Honestly speaking, Sean, you're absolutely right. In my mind, that's how I picture her. I picture her like you know, she coming outside, she has one of those, you know, she has a helmet on and she ride on the bus because, and when she's on that bus, she just, you know, rocking back and forth in the chair and banging her head against the wall because I don't see nothing there. She's empty. She's empty. And my thing is this, we can't keep, as a black community, we can't stop, we got to stop the voting for somebody just because they match our skin color. That's just plain out stupid. And here's the other thing, and this is, again, this goes back to me and what goes on in my mind about this. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Putin and all these other countries that maybe have some issue with America, they are licking their lips right now. You're right, Chris, for real, she is slow. All these other countries that, you know, that maybe have some intentions of coming after America, they are licking their lips right now, waiting for her to possibly win this election. And if she wins this election, mark my words, they waiting. Because that is going to be another sign of weakness from America. They waiting for it. Because if I was running these other countries, I'd be sitting there the same way, man. Soon as if they put a woman in charge, it's game on. It's game on. Because any man, any righteous man, or any man that has a sense of a thing, we know how other men may think. When they see vulnerability and opportunity, they're going to take advantage of it if your mind ain't right. So if I'm looking at this woman as y'all leader, this is y'all leader, y'all going to let her be y'all leader? Oh, okay. It's game on. The other thing we have to be concerned about is how many men, knowing what she has done to the black community and how she feels about men for real, will be willing to fight for this country if she's the president. Because at the end of the day, y'all can say y'all don't need men at all, but let a war break out. Let a war break out. I guarantee you're going to wish you had all the men you can find. Willing, participant, male figures. You're going to wish you had that. Say what you want to say. Y'all can say all this gender equality, all that other stuff. And when it comes down to rubber meeting the road, you're going to wish you had men. Real men. Willing to die men. That's what you're going to want. So if for some weird reason we end up with this woman as president, you better hope to God that men are willing to overlook that. Just in case war break out. Because there's a good possibility they might say, you know what? Y'all wanted her. Let y'all go fight for it. Let y'all go fight for it. Y'all want equality? Here you go. Here's your chance for equality. We have fought wars and died for years for this country. Now that we got a woman president, let the women go fight the war. Imagine how that's going to turn out. Think about it. Imagine how that's going to turn out. That's real talk. I don't care how anybody feel about it. I ain't here to be nice to people. I'm telling y'all the truth. How do you think that's going to play out? At the end of the day, it's no disrespect to women. I love them. I got a mother. I got a sister. I got a woman. I got females that are around me that I care about. I'm not going to send them out there to go to war. I'm going to do that. That's my job. You're not going to war. That's my job. My job is to protect you, not you to protect me. But if you got... He said the commander-in-chief. I'm good. Here's the thing. You got to think about that. So when you start talking about voting for somebody, I'm sorry. They trying to say, if America ready for that? Is America ready for a female president? Honestly speaking, and this is just my feeling on it, America ain't never supposed to be ready for that. And I didn't think about this some years back, but we ain't supposed to, no, I'm sorry, no. We ain't never supposed to be ready for that. Because some jobs are specifically for men. I know some women going to probably hear this video say, okay, whatever you want to say. But I guarantee you, and here's a scenario. Let's just say you as a woman, and you getting ready to be attacked by 2 to 3 big men, strong men. They ain't even got to be, and you call the police, and 2 females show up to help you against these big men, the only equalizer in that fight is the fact that they got guns. That's it. And hope that they get to the gun fast enough to equalize the situation. But in the same scenario, if 2 big, strong police officers show up, those men are already at a threat before they even get to the gun, because now it's a different scenario. And I'm just being real. I don't care how nobody feels. I'm being real. If I'm a man and I call the police and 2 females show up, unfortunately, I'm going to be a little upset. Because now I'm going to feel like I got to protect y'all too. If that threat is that big. And I'm not trying to be mean to women. I'm just being real. That's just real. I don't want nobody to feel, I mean, you might feel the kind of way, but that's just the reality of it is. But if you want to go that route, go that route. Go that route. But I'm telling you, that is the worst thing we can possibly have is a woman president. It's not good for America. Sorry, it's not. Our job as Americans is to show our strength. Our job as Americans is to show our commitment to protecting our country no matter what. Our job as Americans, especially men, is to make sure that we don't let anybody and everybody just come over here and do whatever they want to do. Our job as Americans is to make sure that other countries understand that we are united for one cause. I want to make sure that my children, I want to make sure my grandchildren get to enjoy the very same freedoms that I got to enjoy almost all of my life. That's it. And you're right. That's it. I want to make sure that my grandkids get to enjoy it. My kids, my grandkids get to enjoy the very same freedoms that I enjoy. That's why we are, anybody that I talk to, we are 100% Trump. That's it. We are 100% Trump. Why? Because, you know, when we talk, the people that I know in our circle, we talk, we understand what, how the level of this, where this is at right now, and how important and how essential it is that we unite our vote to make sure that the person that is best, has the country's best interest is Trump. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Our best interest. And when you listen to Trump talk, he talks about the country. He talks about protecting the country. He talks about protecting the people. He talks about making life better for everyday citizens. That's how he talks. He talks, and you know, his speech doesn't change a whole lot from one thing to from one place that he go to another place that he go. And when they start talking about democracy, the Democratic Party is the real threat to democracy. The reason why is because they're trying to stop the very person that's trying to protect democracy. And that's the truth of the matter. I really wasn't trying to get so much on the political side of this. At the end of the day, you know, I appreciate everybody getting on this live. And here's the thing, you know, for those that are Trump supporters, man, get out there. I'm there and do the best you can to make people informed. Even if they, you know, there's going to be some people that's going to vote the other side. But make sure that we're informing everybody, giving them real information, because the news media is not telling people the truth. They're telling people what they want people to hear based on their bosses and those that are paying their paychecks. Because the ones that are paying their paychecks are only concerned about their best interest. They're not concerned about the citizens. They don't care about the citizens. Not one bit. They don't care about none of the citizens in the United States. What they care about is their own personal interests. That's why I tell people, if you ain't got no firearm, get you one. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Make sure you're efficient with it. Make sure you know how to use it. Because we don't know what level of where this stuff is going to go. And I'm not trying to scare nobody. That's just reality. We in America. That's your right. It's your God-given right. And learn how to use it. Why? So that if things go crazy, you might be all right. You might just be all right. And I love the dialogue. I love to talk and get out and talk to people about what's going on. And here's the thing. What I would say to those that are Trump supporters, we really got to get out there and just be as welcoming as you possibly can, man. Welcome that conversation. Don't be intimidated by it. Welcome it. Welcome the conversation that people don't agree with you when it comes to politics. But when you open up that dialogue, that's what changes the people's mindset. I can't count how many people that I've changed their mindset of who they should be voting for just by us having a conversation about it. And believe me when I tell you, it works. And one voter at a time, it works. It works. I appreciate, everybody getting on this live. I appreciate, your guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Share this video with everybody you can possibly can share it with. And, I want y'all to have a blessed day. I mean, make God first. And if you don't have God in your life, get to know him. It's a life changer for the better. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Holla.